Hey guys, in this episode we're gonna be talking about how to start collecting Pokemon in 2022. This is David with Geeks and Jocks, and this is what this episode is going to be about. So let's jump into the video. So everything started with a phone call. A friend of mine, Edgar the Jeweler, here in YouTube, knew Carlos Muñoz, who is a big influencer in Mexico and all Latin America. And he called them and said, hey man, you know what? I want to start a hobby. I want to start collecting Pokemon cards or getting into the Pokemon cards. And Edgar, since I'm the only guy that he knows that collects and sells Pokemon cards, he called me. Of course, I knew who Carlos Muñoz was. Whether you like him or hate him, he is one of the biggest influencers in Mexico at the moment. Most of his content is financial based or business based content, and nevertheless, he's very well known in the media. So he called me up and said,
David, ¿cómo estás? Habla Carlos Muñoz. No sé si me ubiques, me pasó Edgar tu contacto. Yo hago mucho contenido de negocios ahí en redes sociales y demás. Oye, entiendo tú estás en todo el tema de coleccionables ahí en McAllen. Es que voy a estar el fin de semana allá y mis hijos son fanáticos de las tarjetas Pokémon, güey.
So we scheduled a meeting. I scheduled a meeting on Saturday. I met with him and his beautiful family. And we started talking about Pokemon, why I got into Pokemon, how long I have been in the hobby, you know, kind of like the pricing, the market, and all that kind of stuff. It was really astonishing to me how little he knew about the card game, because he is about my age. He should have been, at that age, collecting Pokemon cards. That's what we did, right? But nevertheless, he was not into Pokemon, or at least not into collecting Pokemon cards. Then, as I started talking to his son, he explained to me what cards he had, what he was interested. But he had a very, very small collection of very new cards that have come out recently, specifically last year when it was the 25th anniversary for Pokemon. I started noticing that they knew very little about the hobby. So it was my job to kind of like educate them, because that's what you want to do if you want to bring somebody into the hobby of collecting specifically vintage cards in Pokemon. So what I started doing was breaking it down for them. First, why they should get into the hobby. Second, how to start collecting, how to start investing into Pokemon. Then, how to take care of their cards once they get them. And then fourth, how to network within the community to get into the community of Pokemon. Obviously, every hobby has a community. The travel community, the people that collect coins, the people that collect stamps, people that collect sports cards, sports memorabilia, they all have these little networks or this little community, and you really want to be part of that community. So first, why start collecting? If you're going to start collecting, if you're going to start any hobby, you should do it out of passion. You should not do it because of financial gains, because if it doesn't pan out, then you're going to be very, very disappointing, and you're going to basically just have a bad experience collecting. Basically, there are a couple of websites that I do recommend. The first one being TCG Player, then PokemonPrice.com, then eBay.com. Why in that order? Well, first of all, you know, TCG Player has kind of like the market for like not graded cards. And if you look into there, they recently implemented a graph like sold listings and such. And it's a great place to pick up cards, ungraded cards. Then PokemonPrice.com, because it's the best place to find out kind of like what the market is. Also, it's very detailed into like base set and all the way to like the newest sets and what do you want to collect. This kind of gives you the guide of what was in each set. And this is very good for somebody that's not into Pokemon, trading card, vintage cards, because even if you know about the anime and if you watch Pokemon, that doesn't mean anything. That's now how it got released into the trading card game. Then eBay.com, because you know eBay has where it has the last sold items, and you're gonna get a feel for who got a discount, what is the price that they're going on auction, you know, if they have sale, the dates, the last dates that a specific card has sold, all that kind of stuff. So that's very good to kind of like gauge the market. If you ask me, if you're gonna do just ungraded, TCG Player is just fine. You can buy there, and also has a date, something that eBay had before. The only thing that TCG Player doesn't have is kind of like trying to reach out to the vendor, trying to offer, and I think they should implement it because it will make the market move a lot faster. Then I would do PokemonPrice.com as a second if you want to start collecting what the PCAs, the slabs are, and you want to get a feel for the market on that. It's also very nice layout of the sets. And then last but not least, on eBay.com, which I think is honestly the one that has the most tools. It also now has like the eBay certified, where you make sure that the card is authentic before you buy it. Now, this is a very recent feature. Granted, I don't know how good they are, but at least you're gonna be dealing with a company and not with a vendor when it comes to like a dispute or something. And then you can, I think it's gonna be easier if you have a claim on eBay.com. Then after you do it by passion, you find out the market and the pricing, then you gotta store your items. I will recommend Dex. They have a plethora of ways to store your cards. They have 4x4s, they have 3x3s, binders that you can put your end display, your raw cards. They have really nice rows so you can store all your graded cards, or your unsorted cards. And it's really important that you take care of your cards, because that's the juice, right? That's you taking care of your cards. It's the hobby. It's specifically the hobby. You hunt for them, you buy them, and then you take care of them and display them in any way you want. But I do recommend Dex as a brand, because not only because they sponsor this channel, but because I was purchasing their items even before I started uploading videos to YouTube. And last but not least, you want to be an ambassador for the hobby. Basically, I'm being an ambassador by bringing in Carlos Muñoz into the hobby. Basically, I show them the ropes, the do's and the don'ts. And I think that by networking and bringing more people into the hobby, you actually grow the market. And it's a better way to get, the cards to be more valuable, not precisely in the monetary sense, but as more people acknowledge that collecting cards is like a hobby and a thing to do outside, the people that are inside the hobby, then, it validates a little bit more of what we do when we collect Pokemon cards, or any type of TCG for that matter. So anyways, that is my advice if you want to start collecting in 2022. Basically, just do it out of passion, find out what the market is and the prices. Also, take care of your cards once you get them, and be part of the community, whether it's going to be on Reddit, on Facebook, or just buying and selling. Usually this is the best way to be part of the community and also get rewarded, and also be supportive of the community itself. That's it for today's video. If you're still watching this episode, comment, like, and share, and subscribe. Consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I want to thank Dex, our sponsor. That's it for today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.